Hello, everybody. What's going on? Welcome back to another Felicity Red live stream with Dale Soucier the Man. Um, Today is Sunday, February the 18th, 2024, 7 o'clock p.m. Hopefully, everyone's been doing well. I apologize, I haven't been streaming as much recently. For one, my sleeping schedule was screwed up. I did get that put back into place and had that all fixed. And then I was gonna go live yesterday, but there were just some things that went along the way and kind of prevented me from going live. At least I kind of didn't want to. So we're just doing that today instead. I usually don't go live on Sundays, but today we are. Once in a while we will make those exceptions because I wasn't not gonna go live today. I wanted to go live because my goal for this year is to go live as much as possible. So I'm sticking with that and going live today to make up for the live stream that I would have done yesterday. I have my two Shark vacuums right here beside me. This right here is the Shark rotator, and this here is the Shark navigator. I did do some more work on this one today, just with the hose and stuff, and yeah, it's even better now than before. Yeah, J-Dog, looks like you didn't see my community posts. I made some yesterday too. But yeah, I'm live. So yeah, hope everyone is doing well. So, of course, we're going to run my vacuums at the end, like we always do. We'll do a fire alarm as well. Yeah, Aaron, I almost tried Raising Cane's yesterday for the first time, but if you don't know, we went there, there was a huge line of people. There was tons of people on the line, and there were tons of people at the drive-thru. Not kidding you. There was like a bunch of people in line. It was so long. It was crazy. So we would have had to wait like legit 2 hours to get our food. Like, no way are we gonna wait that long. So I just got McDonald's instead. But yeah, I'll try Raising Cane's another time when there's not as much people, because the grand opening was this Tuesday, so everyone was apparently dying to try it. Because why would there have been so many people if no one likes it? So yeah, they just opened up in my town, that's why. But yeah, I'll try it eventually, and yeah, until then, yeah, I had McDonald's, it was really good, so yeah. They have my vacuums beside me. I personally like this one a little bit more because this one is more enhanced. It's more fancy looking, it's more stylish. It has every single button in pretty much the same area. And this one has pretty much all the buttons in the same area except for the wand and liftway buttons. Well, this pretty much has the wand and liftway buttons with the power switch and the brush roll, which is convenient. This one, the power and the brush roll together, but this one has the liftway wand, power, and the brush roll all together at once. So I think that's really, really convenient. And this one also has the dirt cover mover up here, which I like. And this one has the clips, which I'm honestly not a big fan. I mean, it's okay, but I personally like this design better. And also, not to mention with this one, even though it's a little smaller, see the filter takes up the space, even though this one is smaller, I still like this design over this one because I'll show you. With this one right here, you see these little metal grooves in here on either side? Sometimes dirt will get, stuck in between here, will get, stuck in there. And even if you bang it off, it's not going to come off because of those grooves that are there. But you see, this one here doesn't have any grooves. So with this one, you're not going to get any dirt stuck in the dirt cup. You'll bang it and boom, it'll all come down. So that's why I like this one a little better. Because, personally, I'm more favorable with this machine's design. So yeah, that's just me. But again, this one is very similar to the one we used to have. It was a purple one, the original one. I miss that vacuum. I mean, I like this one too. This is the newer one, of course, but I really like this one the most. And this one here is actually, the more advanced version of the the Navigator lift-away. And I personally like this rotator better than the Navigator. Yeah, not that I don't like the Navigator, I do like it. I just like this one a little bit more. And I explained to you why, so yeah. And I've also had these vacuums for over a year now, and they still work great, And this hose is, it's in good shape, so I'll just keep that, and then I'll eventually get a new one. For now, this definitely works. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. The only thing that really needs to be fixed with this is the head. I gotta get a new head for it mainly, because the brush roll, it's stuck on even in upright mode. And, eventually get a new hose, because this is all electrical tape here, and I had to take the whole thing apart, and I had to break this off to get it apart, because there was no other way. I didn't want to do it, but I had no choice. There was no other way to get the thing apart. So I just put tape over there so it stays on, and yeah. But it works great. It is extremely powerful. In fact, this has a little bit more suction than this one here does. But yeah, again, I do like them both, but I would say that I like the rotator a little bit more, personally. So, I also have tomorrow and Tuesday off from the academy. Because tomorrow's President's Day, and then Tuesday is like a staff work day where we don't have to be in, staff does. So technically everyone gets tomorrow off, and then only we get Tuesday off. And same thing for Friday. We had Friday off too, so we have tomorrow and Tuesday off. Looking forward to that. Then we have a short week, so yeah, not bad. Yeah, hopefully Steve will have his internet back, because apparently his internet was going out again. This sucks. Luckily that, hasn't really happened with me. Because, being without internet is no fun. You can't watch nothing on YouTube or anything. It sucks. Like that time where, we had no internet for 4 days because, I accidentally broke the motor or whatever, like when I was trying to move things around when I was cleaning, and yeah, we were without internet for like 4 days, and like they couldn't come out for a few days, which I was upset about. But believe it or not, you do get used to it. But still, I would rather have internet, honestly. Yeah. It's in pretty good shape. This piece right here was in white, and I took it apart and I replaced it with a gray one. You see that? So it has that part on there. And this one, I didn't take apart. I don't have the right bits for that, so if this hose splits, then yeah. It's a pain in the butt. Why can't they just put Phillips head screws on this one like they did with this one here? This one has all Phillips head screws. This one has all the Torx screws, which is a pain. Another thing I like better about this one is that it's easier to take apart, Like heck, even when I, took the head apart to fix the brush roll, it was easy because it's all, Phillips head screws. Yeah, I already did a video talking about money on my other channel, but in case you guys didn't know, I did enlist some of my rant videos. Honestly, I just don't feel comfortable with them being up because there are some teachers at my academy that like to watch my videos, and I just don't feel comfortable. But if you want to watch it, just let me know and I'll send you the link. The thing with this one, of course, it obviously does have a bigger dirt cup. You see, I'll show you. I don't think I showed you. This, you have more space. The filter's not really taking anything up. But this one has, those grooves in the side where hair will get stuck and you can't really get it out. You have to put your hand in there and get it out and get your hands all dirty. This, you don't got to worry about that. Even though this is, a little smaller, but I still like this one better because no dirt will get stuck. Maybe up here at the top, but if you smack it, it easily comes down, no problem. So, yeah. That's why I personally like the rotator's design better. For that reason. Because it's a pain having to, get all that dirt out and put your hand in there. But this one, you don't gotta do that. You bang it, it all comes down very easily. So, this one here, you don't gotta worry about it. But this one, you do. So, yeah. It's another thing about why I like the rotator a little more. And this one has the, bare floor and the brush roll options. But this one, you have power, you have the brush roll right underneath it, then over here, next to it, you have this way at the top, and you have the wand at the bottom. So your wand's not going to come off unless you undo the whole entire cord. If you try to pick it off with the cord on, it's not going to come out. You got to undo the whole cord first. But yeah. Of course, this one also has LED headlights, which I really like. That looks really fancy. And this one doesn't have that, but this does. Again, this one you have to have like a holder that goes here, but this one automatically has a spot to put your attachments, which is nice. So I definitely like that as well. So I think the rotator has a lot more pros than the Navigator does. I'm not saying that the Navigator doesn't have any pros. This one is nice too, and I do like them both. This one here is not as bulky. Well, this one is, a little bit bulky, but honestly that doesn't really bother me. I still like this one more. It's honestly not that bulky. I've dealt with vacuum cleaners that are heavier, so yeah, it honestly doesn't bother me. You're probably not going to find the videos there because, again, I did unlist them because, yeah, I just don't feel comfortable because my teachers are watching that. So, again, if you want to see it, just, let me or one of my friends know for the link, and then you'll have access to them. Because if you have the link to it, then you can watch it. That's what it means when a video is unlisted. But, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a normal live stream. We're gonna just chat for a little while. I don't know how long the stream's gonna go on until. The latest it'll go on is 10:30, I will say. So very end we'll do the vacuuming and the fire alarms as we always do. Again, the vacuums we're gonna use. Of course, we're gonna use these two. We'll use my Shark Rocket Power Head, which you haven't really seen that in the live stream yet, but I did make a video on it a few days ago. So yeah, go check that out. We'll use that for the first time in my live stream today. And of course we'll use the Bissell Rewind Smart Clean. So, yeah. And of course you can see I have my red beacon light on, as I always do. If I don't have that on in the live stream, it's kind of boring. So yeah. And I also went to my friend's house recently last week and made a leaf blower video, so yeah. That crappy, stupid, levitating song. I hate that song. It's just so obnoxious. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit so you guys can't hear that terrible crap. I can't stand that song either. Besides, I want to get a freaking copyright claim anyways, even though my radio is turned down. You know, sometimes the iPad microphone can catch it pretty well. Oh, you have access to it. Great. I don't gotta worry about sending the link then. So yeah, these vacuums, they both never lose suction, obviously, unless your filter is super clogged. And they both have the anti-allergen complete seal technology, which means that everything you vacuum up stays locked in the vacuum. There's no dust that's going to be spewing out. You know, that doesn't happen. So it's good if you have allergies. Both of these vacuums have the anti-allergen complete seal technology. It locks in all of the dust and allergens so they don't escape into the air that you breathe. You know what? There's one terrible vacuum I had, you know, my friend gave me. It was a Dyson cordless, vacuum. It was a Dyson cordless stick vac. Let me tell you, that thing was terrible. It didn't even have any suction. It didn't even pick up well. So I just discarded that and I saved the charger because that was a 24 volt DC adapter. So I since used that for my fire alarms. If I could have access to go live together, I would have invited Jimmy on here. And also, you might notice I don't have the air mattress anymore, and that's because there was a hole in it, and it just kept on deflating. So we had this mattress in the basement that I brought up here last week, and I put a sheet over it. Of course, this is the same sheet that I had on my other mattress before I put the air mattress in here. I had the sheet washed, and then I put it on this, and I've gotten used to it. It's actually pretty comfortable. It's like, it's pretty much the same as the air mattress, but it's the same length as my other, bed before the air mattress. Yeah, my day was pretty good for the most part. I mean, I did take a shower earlier and just relaxed. I'm happy I have tomorrow and Tuesday off, so today is kind of like Friday, I guess. But of course, because I had Friday off, last Friday felt like a Saturday. Because usually you're not used to that. Usually, usually you have school Friday, so. We actually might be having an incoming half a day. Let me see when that is. I know it's this the last Wednesday of the month, so that will be. I can't see it. I have to. Oh, Jesus! This almost fell over. No, I don't care about sports. All right, so we will have. Hold on. Well, actually, we don't have a half day. That's surprising, because usually the last Wednesday of every month we do have a half day. Alright, anyways. Yeah, I like vanilla ice cream too. Chocolate, you can't even taste it really. Chocolate ice cream barely has any flavor. Mr. Ever Productions, I don't think I would ever have that kind of money, but yes, I definitely do miss it. Because I lived there the first 13 years of my life, and yeah, it's a good neighborhood to live in. There's not really as much crimes around there, and only con is if you want to see the fireworks, you have to, you know, you have to go a ways because in that exact location you can't really see them. You might hear some, but they're kind of off in the distance, and you definitely can't really see them. Oh yeah, cookies and cream is pretty good too. Definitely. I also like the cookies and cream. Cookie dough sounds good. I don't think I've ever tried it though, but it definitely sounds like something I would like. And strawberry ice cream is okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. I mean, I'll eat it, but yeah, vanilla is my favorite. I mean, chocolate ice cream, I guess, is okay, but it's not my favorite because again, doesn't really taste like anything to me. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I prefer vanilla. There's pros and cons about being single and having a girlfriend, whatever. So yeah, this new mattress is nice. It's just like my other. It's like the air mattress, except it's a regular mattress, and you know, because the con of an air mattress, you got to be careful, and you can easily put a hole in it by accident, and that's what happened with my other one. Last Saturday night into Sunday, I noticed it just started deflating out of nowhere, and I was like, "What the heck?" So I had to keep on inflating it over and over again, and then I discovered where the hole was. It was at the edge. It was a tiny hole, so yeah, I took that out of here, and I got the mattress from the basement, brought it up here, vacuumed it, put a sheet over it, and boom. So, yeah, it's actually pretty comfortable. I mean, at first it wasn't, but I'm used to it now. A week later, so that's good. Oh yeah, guess what I'm drinking tonight? Conk. The annoying thing about when I went to McDonald's yesterday is they had no Coke. This was the second time in a row this happened. They suddenly have the ice cream cones, but they don't have the Coke. So I had to bring my own Coke. Like, what the heck? Second time in a row you don't have Coke? Really? What's that about? It's almost like they're just too lazy to put Coke in there. Save this to my playlist before I forget. I don't. Okay, that's annoying. Whenever I save it to playlist, it'll just save it to the most recent playlist. And like, come on, this ain't a review. This is a live stream. That's the thing that's annoying. It just saves it to the most recent playlist. Like, what if I don't want it from the most recent playlist? Yeah, the toast and pop-ups. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that because they look like they're pretty good. So next time I go to Dollar Tree, I'm gonna see if I can get my hands on those, and I'll definitely look for them. Yeah, I like Pepsi. But I'm definitely more of a Coke guy. I like my Coca-Cola. And I also love Mott's apple juice. Crap, I didn't want to X out. No! I wanted to do a full screen. I gotta fast forward. I don't know what that is, Jake. Never heard of that. Yeah, I tried RC Cola once and it was pretty darn good. Yeah, it tastes the same as, Pepsi does, kind of. It's pretty good. Maybe I'll get that again soon, I don't know. Yeah, if you don't have ignorant parents, you are lucky. Or, not just ignorant parents, but dealing with ignorant people in general. Ugh, I'll tell you, it's no fun. Like, especially getting confronted, like, a couple weeks ago when that neighbor in the house over here confronted me when I was taking the garbage out. Oh, don't put that there. I'm just looking out for all the people who pull in. It's like, and then, not just that, but he puts his bin in the same exact place where I was going to put mine. Like, really? You tell me not to put my bin there, but you put your bin there. Like, what sense does that make? I swear. That's why I don't like people. They're just so hypocritical and weird. I was pissed. My mom even found out about that, and that pissed her off. It's no wonder I don't like people, because they just can't keep their mouths to themselves anymore. Exactly. It makes no sense whatsoever. Like, you tell me not to put my bin there, but you put your bin in the exact same spot. Like, what sense does that make? If you're afraid the bin's going to get in the way, you put yours there. It's like, really? It's exactly why I'm afraid when there's people around. This is exactly why. That's the number one reason why, because I'm afraid to get confronted and stuff. And I was bringing it was actually the recycling. I was bringing the recycling out, and I saw the guy coming out, and I was worried. Oh my God, please don't confront me. And unfortunately, he did. Like, God, screw that. Yeah, Jay. Yeah, that's true. Coke and Pepsi do taste similar. You guys want to know what I had for dinner tonight? Spaghetti. And it was really good, too. Earlier this morning, I had rice. I had, oh my God. Yeah, chicken flavored rice. That's what I had this morning. I just said it. I don't really care for Dr. Pepper, honestly. I mean, it's okay, but not my favorite. Spaghetti tacos? No, I never heard of that before. Yeah, spaghetti's pretty good. The soda that I had in my childhood was Sprite. I like Sprite, but I like Coke now. But back when I was younger, I didn't like Coke, but now I do because I got used to drinking Diet Coke at first, and then I ever since I started drinking regular Coke, I just stopped drinking Diet Coke because Diet Coke compared to regular Coke, Diet Coke just doesn't really taste. It tastes flat and it just tastes crappy. So, and of course, it doesn't have any sugar like regular Coke does. Well, yeah, Brick, that depends. Certain things should be kept quiet because you don't want to offend others. But you are right. You do have a point on that. I mean, everyone has the right to an opinion. And just because it's better to keep it to yourself doesn't mean you don't have the right to have that opinion. You can still feel that way. Just some things are better left unsaid. So don't think if I tell you not to say something that I'm bashing your opinion. You still have a right to that opinion, but some things are better left unsaid because it could be offensive. You know. Yeah, Jimmy, maybe I'll try that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I rarely drink Diet Coke. I rarely drink it. Like ever since I started drinking regular Coke in late November 2020, I stopped drinking Diet since then. I no longer drink that. My mom does, but I don't. Yeah, I hate bullying too. Too bad nothing's done about it. It's ridiculous. So threats are a big problem, but bullying isn't. Like really? If you think about it, bullying is actually worse. And that's a fact. Because bullying leads to suicide and depression. That's just yeah, and nothing's done about it. That's bullcrap. No wonder society is garbage now. At least back in the day, people never got offended over little things, and bullying wasn't ignored like it is now. Yeah, it's awful. You guys wonder why I don't like going out in public. Like, you guys wonder why I don't like to go out in public, because I really I don't like to interact with people. I like to avoid people as much as possible. Oh, you gotta overcome social anxiety. Yeah, maybe for you it's not that bad, but for me it is. So you don't tell me to overcome it. That's not gonna work. You're not me. You don't know how badly it affects me. So don't think you're in my shoes when you're not. It doesn't work that way. You can't just overcome something like that. As a matter of fact, I did try that myself in the past, and it never worked out. So, yeah, I pretty much gotta live with it. Yeah, Jimmy, who cares about those people? Who cares? Just, move on. I mean, good for you, Brick. At least people are nice to you and they're not ignorant and they don't question you and confront you about crap like I have to deal with. It's not just employees at stores. I'm talking about like legit normal people in general. walking on the sidewalks and crap. Like, they can be ignorant. I mean, yeah, Brick, I pretty much do stay home as much as I possibly can. Because, yeah. And not to mention, you never know when someone's going to be ignorant either. You never, ever know. That's another thing. Like, I've dealt with that before. At least sometimes I get to go out of the house, like, for example, when I go to the academy and when I go to my friend's house, but, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Steve. People like that are just selfish as heck. Like, you shouldn't criticize someone who has social anxiety. Criticism is wrong. Constructive criticism, that's a different story. I'm talking about, like, regular criticism when you're shaming someone, you're downing them. Because at my CVS work experience this past summer, it was the most stressful thing. Most of the time my caseworker would already be there, but there was a couple times where she wasn't. I had to wander the whole entire, you know, store, and it was so stressful. Then I had to go up to the employee and ask him. I'll tell you what, it was the most stressful thing I had to deal with in my life. You would think it's easy, but no, not when you have social anxiety. It isn't. That right there was the most stress. Heck, even my first day was really stressful too, because I had to walk there by myself. I didn't see the caseworker anywhere. It turns out she was in there waiting for me. I looked, I didn't see her. She was hiding. And I went back home and told my mom, and she was like, "Oh, why are you home?" It's like, come on. Don't give me a hard time. Oh, you're growing up. It's like, doesn't matter. It doesn't mean nothing. Yeah, Brick, it's not that bad for you, because you don't have social anxiety. I mean, oddly enough, sometimes it depends on the person. You might feel comfortable talking with them, you might not, but it honestly depends. For the most part, I have trouble speaking with new people, and it takes a while. Yeah, experience definitely does matter, for sure. 'Cause like I said, I've been there before. So I know what that's like. It's not a good experience either. And it's not necessarily that people are ignorant, it's just that, you have a hard time socializing with them because you're shy and stuff. You know? So, it's not something that you can easily overcome. It takes a lot, so that's why you don't tell someone to overcome it. It does not work that way. Like, just because you can socialize, it doesn't mean you have the right to tell other people to do that, because you don't know how hard it is for them. So, that's kind of what I mean when you should keep some things to yourself, because you don't know what other people might be feeling, so you shouldn't say nothing. So it's actually good when you have people who you feel comfortable talking with. That matters a lot. Trust me on that. Because at least you have someone who you can share your feelings with comfortably and, not feel awkward trying to speak. Yeah, exactly. Don't tell people to overcome it. It's easier said than done. Let me tell you that much. The only time regular criticism is acceptable is if someone's actually doing something really bad. That's the only exception. Other than that, it's totally unnecessary. Yeah, people are like that because they're ignorant. That's why. Because they have no respect. They think they can say and do whatever they want when they can't. It's honestly ridiculous. Like, don't go telling other people how to live. Worry about yourself. Like, let people make their own life decisions. And it's not up to you. Respect people's boundaries. Yeah, exactly. Let us do it on our own. It might take time, it might even take years and years, but let it be. It's not gonna, we're not gonna overcome it overnight. So deal with that. Honestly, wish a lot more people out there were sympathetic and understood that instead of being so judgmental all the time. That's why I can't stand judgmental people. They fit into each other. Look at that. Boom, they fit. They fit. Yeah, honestly, screw job interviews. To be honest, I'm probably not going to get a job for a while because of my social anxiety issues. I can't get a job. It's too stressful. I legit tried it on my own. So I can tell you from experience, it's not easy. Not one bit. And especially being shy, it kind of prevents you from speaking to, your caseworkers when, you're, getting tired, with something and you want to move on. It just makes it so hard. A couple days ago, we were in a situation where we were tight on money with something, and I almost had to get a job. It was almost an emergency. Thank God I didn't. Oh my God, that would have been awful. But we got it taken care of now, so thank God. In situations like that, you don't want to be in. But yeah, don't worry, it's over with. It's all taken care of. We're good now. But yeah. My mom needs a new key fob for her car. It's gonna cost $1,000 for her to replace it. Like, what the hell? Why is it gotta be that freaking expensive? That's just outrageous. Just for that. I've been to a few job interviews recently, and they ask me stupid hard questions that I don't even... Exactly, it's like... And the thing that's even more retarded is you have to ask it... You have to respond in a certain way. Like, for example, if they ask you, why'd you apply to this job? Like, you have to respond by saying something like, ooh, I like working with this or that. It's got to be like that. It can't be like, ooh, I want to work here because, and I guess, I don't know. See, I can't even come up with an example. And you gotta ask some questions. Like, what am I gonna ask? I'm not always gonna know what to ask. Like, come on, why can't we answer it the way we feel comfortable? Like, why do we gotta answer it a certain way? That's like, it's stupid. Like, come on. And that's why I don't want to deal with a job interview. Screw that crap. Like, and if you don't do well at it, they're not gonna hire you. Like, really? Like, come on. Like, I have learning disabilities, and I can't always remember how to answer it. Like, come on, what should it matter anyways? It's so dumb. Like, why we gotta do it? perfectly for. You know, perfection doesn't exist, and how come you gotta be perfect at job interviews? And come on. You know, life is not about perfection. And they look at you all weird when you can't answer a question. Like, come on. You know, some people struggle with that. Screw paying rent. I don't want to do that. Like, paying rent is retarded. Yeah, it's so dumb. I mean, I think the purpose of job interviews is for the the hirer to know more about the person wanting to do a job or whatever. But you shouldn't make people have to ask questions in a certain way because not everyone's good at that. It makes you stressed out and makes you feel pressure. But come on. Yeah, paying for crap in general is stupid. Money does more harm than good. Let's be honest. Because money is the reason why people have become greedy and selfish nowadays, and people put money over human lives, and that's why money, causes harm. Because obviously you need money to buy things, but another problem is, and I know I don't have a credit card, but hopefully I'll get one soon so I can buy things. But it's like freaking. I lost my train of thought. Dang it! Hold on. Yeah, it's like sometimes things are even so freaking expensive you can't afford it. It's ridiculous. Especially needs. Like, come on. Things that people need to survive. And no, if you don't have money, you can't get it. But I need it. I don't care. You don't have money, so you don't get it. That's ridiculous. I swear to God. Oh, Dale, without money, a lot of bad things would happen. How would we be able to do this without money? Hello? We shouldn't have to do it with money. Hello? Does it not get through your head? Hello? God. Did I not mention that like 2 minutes ago? Yeah, I honestly agree. I don't feel comfortable lying either, because sometimes they might figure out the truth, and yeah, then you're busted. It's like no wonder people don't want to live anymore, because they gotta deal with money, and let's say they might live in an apartment and they may not have money to pay the rent. Like that is one of the worst situations you could be in. I would hate for that to be me. So that's why hopefully one day I'll be making a lot of good money, so I won't even have to deal with that, and I'll have money to buy stuff, and I'll be able to afford things, because I want to have a good life. Of course, I want my friends to have a good life too. Like, yeah, exactly, funny guy. People wonder, oh well, Dale, you don't get it. If we didn't have money, we wouldn't be able to do this or that. But didn't I mention that? You know, didn't I mention to you that we shouldn't have to do those things with money? No offense, but yeah, clearly didn't watch the video good enough. What works? Yeah, never post your. I mean, private information in general, you don't post online. Yeah, exactly. I agree. We'd rather spend our money on food than a stupid, dumb, rent or whatever. It's like, come on, like we should be able to spend money on things that we need and want. Not crap that we gotta pay for. It's ridiculous. Oh, it's life. Shut the hell up. I mean, can you not be obvious, please? You don't have to be obvious and say, you know, apparent obvious things. Yeah, Justin Bieber's all right, but not my favorite. I think a lot of people hate his music in general, even his old songs. Like especially Baby or whatever. Even though that came out in 2010. I kind of understand that song, is a little bit annoying. I don't hate it, but it sounds like an annoying song to say the least. I will admit that. Yeah, so if you don't know what my mom's talking about, yesterday we went to the AutoZone, and she had her key fob looked at, and the person put a new battery in it. Yeah. I hated when I worked and got my paycheck. The government takes out your paycheck money for taxes. Yeah, that's extremely retarded. Your taxes in general are just so retarded. And people tell you it's a part of life, but then they don't even, sympathize with you about how badly it stresses you out. Like, see, stress doesn't affect everyone the same. Some people it might really bother them, while other people it bothers them, but they, don't let it get to them. While people like me, we can't help it. It gets to us. And, yeah. And I think that Justin Bieber matured, but I still don't really care for him. Yep, that's true. Indeed. And if you have money, you can donate it because super chat is enabled. Just remember. Yay! Yeah, Brick, I agree 1,000% with what you're saying right now. But yeah, I'm not going to talk much about it because there's people out there who are just going to criticize and act judgmental about it. And I'm not going to sit here and tolerate that. this vacuum I had for over a year now, and I'm really happy with it. It does need a few things replaced, but it still works great, and I'm very grateful to have this because this is this thing has so much freaking suction. It'll stick to the rug or carpet. This thing has massive suction power. Let me tell you, it makes the house so clean. But you can't turn the brush roll off. When I got it, you couldn't even turn it on, and I did work on it, and now you can't turn it off. So it's going to need a whole new head to fix that problem. I don't know, because StreamYard is crap, and it gives me a hard time, so I don't know about that brick, but like, part of me misses them, but part of me also likes the solo streams better. Not to mention, this has a lot more quality. And StreamYards didn't have the best quality. I mean, the quality was okay, but it wasn't the best, honestly. Yay. I don't have that kind of money, Brick. You think I'm made of money, but I'm not. I wish I was, but I'm not. But dude, like, if I were to get a laptop, I would definitely get a MacBook, because those I like Apple, so. That's amazing suction power right there, folks. You don't get that in any other machine. You know what? Instead of a laptop, I would rather get replacement parts for this. Like a new head, for example. Because see? The brush roll is on even in the upright position. It's not supposed to do that. Oh, I could definitely use a new iPad, sure. But I'll keep this one if I can, though, for a backup. Hopefully, if it still keeps its support for a long, long time, but honestly, this iPad runs like crap, even though it's updated and, storage is decent. It's 8 o'clock already. You know what that means? It's been an hour of live streaming. Hour. The hour of power. seriously adore this vacuum. Couldn't ask for anything better. This thing is perfect. But I'll tell you, this suction power on this is huge. It's legit. It just, my mom will tell you that because she actually felt the suction on this thing today, and I'll tell you, this thing is just, it's a sucker, all right. Yeah, I've had it for a year and it still works great, you know. But Jimmy had his for 7 years. I can definitely have mine for, you know, I can have this for years too, because you know it's a really good vacuum. And like I remember that purple Shark Navigator liftaway, we had that for a couple years as well. Because we bought it in 2014, and then, you know, I didn't take it with me when we moved out of our old house, but that was 4 years we had it. I've only had this for one, so I could definitely have this for over 4 years. A lot of people underestimate sharks and they criticize you like, you know, my experience with these vacuums, I'm really happy, so don't call me out for that, because these are good vacuums. I don't care what everyone else has to say. I know people have their own opinions, but I say that Shark is great because my experience with them has been a good one. I've been very happy with the performance of these machines, and so why would I complain? And people judge me, and they don't know the power that this thing has. So who are they to judge? They don't know. This thing will suck everything up. This thing has the strongest suction. Probably just as strong as a shop vac. Legit. This thing is extremely powerful. Even more powerful than this one. This one has a lot of suction too, but this one has tons of suction. Let me tell you. You would be surprised. Exactly. They need to be more respectful over others' opinions. Like, you don't have to agree. Your experience was terrible, fine. But don't sit there and shame others if they like it. And nothing is perfect, and you know that never will be. So I think more people clearly need to learn to accept that, because yeah, perfection is not normal. It's okay to make mistakes because you know that just happens. It's a part of life. You know, honestly, especially when you have learning disabilities and short-term memory loss, frequent mistakes is normal because we're not perfect. So, yeah. Now, I'm not gonna close my social media because of drama, because that would make me look weak. Don't let the haters get to you. You know, it's not worth it. It's like, why even pay attention to it anyways? Why? People just want to make themselves look ignorant, so why would you let that bring you down? The way it is. We can't always stop drama. So why would you just storm out because of drama? Like, I understand some things that people might do that makes you uncomfortable, but at the same time, just ignore it. You don't want the haters to look strong, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to, storm out. So you don't want them to notice that, because it makes them think that they won and they were successful. So that's just not something that you want to do. And that's why you ignore them. Okay, why is my phone buffering? I hate that. Yeah, I don't have the academy tomorrow. I don't have it Tuesday either, because of the staff thing that's going on. Like, you guys may not have that in your area, but in my area there was like a staff professional development thing where we don't have to go, but the staff does. So I think that's one of the pros about when you're a student is you get the day off, but the staff has to go. Look at, why is this buffering? Come on. Don't you dare do that to me. Put my hand around my vacuum like I'm hugging it. See, that's how much I like this vacuum. I remember when I first got this, everyone was like, oh my goodness, I wish I had that vacuum. I'm jealous. So see, everyone likes this one. Everyone does. We're actually gonna start our vacuuming soon, but not right this second though. I don't think I'm ready to do it yet. Yeah, Jimmy, I agree. You know, it would be cool if we lived together. I like that. Because you would be a great friend to hang around with every single day. So, I think that'd be perfect. I really like that. Because we could do vlogs together. It's kind of like how Steve and Adrian do vlogs. Except, if me and Jimmy live together, we could do them, you know, a lot. Well, Steve and Adrian don't live together, and Adrian's busy with a lot of stuff, so, you know, they can't do vlogs together every single day. But me and Jimmy, you know, for the most part, we might be able to, you know, as long as Jimmy's not super busy with stuff. And yeah, I got my state ID in December of last year. Yeah, exactly, Jimmy. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gay either. Just because I live with a male doesn't mean I'm gay. That's just my friend that I live with. It doesn't necessarily mean you're gay. It just means you live with your friend. That's not gay. It wouldn't be gay unless you're dating them. You know, if that's not what you're doing, then that isn't gay. And I know there's nothing wrong with being gay, but I just honestly, that's just not my style. If other people want to be gay, then fine. That's their decision. I'm not going to tell them what to do, but just me personally, I just don't want to be gay. Yeah, just because you hang out with someone, it doesn't necessarily mean you're in a relationship with them. It just means, you know, they're your friend. You want to hang out with them. It doesn't have anything to do with a relationship. It's called friendship. Like I hate when everyone assumes it's a relationship. That's not necessarily the case. It's a friendship. Like they're my friend. I'm not dating them. I don't even care to date, to be honest with you. And your wand is stuck. You can't get it out. Because you had your cord in. That's why. You gotta undo the cord to be able to take this out. And then you can lift it away. And now you have portable vacuuming. Sometimes it's hard for this to go back in. Yeah, exactly. Media is screwed up nowadays. But I'm never gonna quit YouTube though, because I like YouTube. YouTube has always been my childhood, and as much as it does suck now, I'm still not gonna quit it. It's still not gonna stop me. Yeah, hopefully maybe you'll get one, Abstract Tom. Maybe you'll find one, because this is nice. It's a really good machine. I think Jake meant to say that he doesn't care to be gay like me. Yeah, no, I mean sometimes I'll mock, but I mean I don't do it that much. No. I might be getting another vacuum soon. I might. We'll see. I'm not promising. I'm not guaranteeing, but possibly. I mean, I don't mind female friends as long as they're nice. I mean, to me, gender doesn't matter. I mean, when it comes to relationships, then yes, it does. But as far as friendship goes, then you know, no, it doesn't matter. No, Abstract Tom. I don't care about video games. You guys should know that by now. You guys should know me better. I expect you guys to know me better. I don't care about video games. Yeah, I don't care about relationships. They just have a lot of cons. You see, when you're autistic, you don't like average things. You like different things. You know, like me, for example, I don't care about sports and video games, but I love lanyards, fire alarms, and vacuum cleaners. Those are my style. You know? Oh yeah, I did do a little bit of rearranging, not much. I did that yesterday. I'll show that to you as well. And I hung some new posters up. So I think you're gonna like it. They're not posters necessarily, but they're canvases. Gardening is okay. I liked it when it was one of my jobs at the academy, but I'm gonna have it again, which I'm really excited for. So yeah. So honestly, Abstract Tom, my final answer to that is yes. Because I like landscaping as long as it's not, too much work. Well, I don't know if I would necessarily like it as a job unless I was able to take a break if I wanted to. Because yeah, it's part of why I like it on my own. Because if I'm tired, I can take a break. But at a job, you can't always do that. Like you have to do it. And it's kind of dumb. Like people need a break, and let them. So, are you team navigator or are you team rotator? Personally, I'm team rotator because this thing is phenomenal. I love this. If I absolutely had to sell one, it would be this one, even though I'm not getting rid of neither of these because I like them both. But especially this one, I am always going to keep. I will never get rid of this, not even in a million years. I will always keep this one because this is one of the most powerful vacuums I've ever owned. Like, legit. Oh yeah, I also have this rug here. And yeah, this is what my wall looks like now. What do you think? Do you like it? And there's my light. I honestly wish that Josh would stream more often, but I think he's had a lot that he has to deal with, and his family always being on his ass. Oh, I swear. That's gotta be annoying. That's gotta suck. Like, his family needs to let him be. Like, stop asking him to do things. Why don't you do it yourself? Stop being a lazy piece of crap. Like, let your damn child have a life, why don't you? If you can do it, then do it. Stop relying on other people. I don't think that Husky Ram is intending to go against females. And honestly, if he wants to be gay, he can. That's fine. But I don't think that's his intentions. Just because you want to be gay doesn't mean that you hate females. It just means you'd rather like people your own gender. I have my headphones charging. I have to plug this in again soon. The next time I get a new charger, I want to look for a red one instead of a blue one. Because, you know, Felicity Red. And if I get a red charger for my iPad, I'm going to put, like, you know, electrical tape over it. That way, you know, it's not going to wear out and fall apart. Because that does happen after a while. And then it breaks. So, yeah, you put tape over it and it protects it. So it'll last a long time. Because this thing, I've had tape over it. And I've had it since, like, what? March 2021. It still works. Because the tape protected it. So that's the key. If you want it to last, you just put tape over it. And it keeps it safe so it doesn't, you know, fall apart and wear out on you. So that's what I did, and it worked. Okay guys, you know what? I think it's time to start some vacuuming. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put this right here. Move all my crap out of the way. There's Rodney. Rodney. Rodney, Rodney. These here are my new sneakers. Looking pretty stylish, aren't they? I'll tell you what, I like them because I don't even have to tie them. Okay, so let's see, which one of these am I going to use first? How about we'll use the navigator first and then we'll use this one after, because yeah. Just gonna put this aside, just briefly. Because I haven't really ran this one yet in the live stream today, so I think we should give this one a run. We'll give this one a chance. Because I already turned on the rotator once, so we didn't run the navigator yet. So today we're gonna, now we're gonna do that. We'll give this one a run because this one hasn't been given a chance yet, so we're going to do that now. Because it wouldn't be fair if we made this one wait and use the other ones. We'll do this one first. Rodney, 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 Rodney. See how quiet this is? I can still talk at a normal voice level and you can still hear me fine. Another thing I like about sharks, they're not even loud. Hold on for us, we turn the brush on. Wood, turn the brush off. It's got this little steering, the swivel. So now you saw the navigator run. See, we didn't leave that one out. We ran that one first, so that way, you know, it's more fair. More fair indeed. All right. Good. That is what it just picked up. Okay. We're going to do a vacuum swap. We're going to go from navigator to rotator, which is everyone's favorite vacuum. All right. Show you I'm not kidding about this thing's suction power. It's going to pick up all that dirt with no trouble whatsoever. It's already gone in one pass. Look at that. Such a wonderful vacuum cleaner, let me tell you. Couldn't be more proud to have a wonderful machine like this. I'll tell you what, I fell in love right when I realized it was mine. And look, it's been over a year, and I still love it just as much as when I got it. So, yeah. Definitely something a true vacuum owner will be proud of. Don't you think so? Alright. So now I'm going to grab the rocket power head. Not before. I dumped it out at the beginning to show you how powerful the rotator is. I don't know if I'm going to do that again, but look at all that in the dirt cup. Look at all that. That's a lot of stuff in there. And it doesn't stick to it like it does in the Navigator. Alright. So now we're going to take this little blue bugger. Hold on, I gotta grab it. The charger is wrapped around. Okay, I got it. Yeah, this one here has an LED headlight right here. And I'll show that to you when I turn it on. But the dirt cup is actually right here at the bottom. I'll show that to you momentarily. I don't want to spoil it yet, unless you saw the video. But this is the one I actually tried to sell and the one person didn't want it. So I got to keep it. Yay, and I'm happy I kept it. Because now I know what the actual name of it is, and I got this one exactly when I got those other two sharks, and of course I knew it was a shark, but I didn't know the actual name of it. But this is actually called a Shark Rocket Power Head. And it actually has decent suction for being considered a stick vac, so I'll show you that. then you put it in upright and turns off the brush hole. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But you want to know what's even more cool? I'm going to wrap it up, and then I'm going to show you how you empty it. So if you want to empty it, there's a little button where you just put your foot. You might need a close-up for this. So there's a little button. You just press this and boom. This is your dirt cup. So you have your filters right up in here, just like the traditional shark, just like the Navigator. And of course, these are washable, so you can, wash these out, clean them, do whatever you gotta do with them. And then everything you suck up is right in here. So that's pretty cool. Because this is a little different than a traditional upright vacuum. This upright here is a little bit more unique. If you want more details on this machine, go look at my review video on it. Alright. Next machine will be the Bissell Rewind Smart Clean. Let me get that ready. Alright. Hold on. Alright, so we're gonna use this one next. Unfortunately, the Bissell does not have anti-allergen complete seal technology like the wonderful sharks do, but it still works well. can see, the Bissell does not like the little rug that much. Alrighty, Charlie. Take a peek here and see what we got in the dirt cup. Alright, wow. See, it does still pick up stuff, but does not have a sealed system. See? It still picked up stuff, which is good. And we'll, of course, still give it credit for that. Alright. So that concludes the vacuuming for today. We will do it again in my next live stream. Alright, folks. Put these doohickeys where they belong. Put all my stuff back where it goes. Okay. Okay, so for the fire alarm test, we're going to do something different today. Instead of keeping my door open where the landlord can hear the fire alarm coming down the stairs, I have something else in mind. And hopefully it'll work out well. So just bear with me for a minute. I'm going to turn this around. Unplug my charger because I don't need that. It's at 100%. Well, I still have my shot back, but it's on the porch. I just don't use it as much anymore, but yes, I do still have it. Let's see. Oh, this should work. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna test that fire alarm right there. You see that Gentex Commander 3 on the wall right there? We're gonna give that a test. What do you say? Let's get it started. Alright guys, that's the fire alarm test. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed the live stream in general. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn post notifications on to all, and we will talk to you later. This is Dale Soucier The Man signing off.